My Act 4, Episode 6, An Unplanned Detour. I sit down to record this episode today with results from MRI scans of my liver and two black eyes. No, the two things aren't related, but it sure made for an interesting opening. Am I right? This is not the podcast episode I expected to drop, but here we are. Who remembers in the first episode when I committed to telling the truth even when it's not pretty, to resisting the urge to censor myself, to being okay with being uncomfortable, to asking myself, what's possible? This week, I've decided to talk about something I could never have predicted when I started the podcast, something personal and, not gonna lie, a little scary, mostly because I'm still in the middle of it. There's no fairy tale ending, but I'm optimistic. So let me back up. Last fall, my cardiologist ordered a routine heart CT scan, which showed a perfectly functioning heart and some unwanted cysts on my liver. My doctor reassured me that the cysts were most likely hereditary and harmless, but she ordered an MRI to confirm. I also requested referrals to liver specialists because I've only got one liver and I need it. Plus, you know me, I like to be prepared. The MRI technician was my favorite blend of healthcare professional. He had a sense of humor, he set expectations, and he gave me little hints on how I could make the process easier for myself and for him. And he reassured me that he was going to get some beautiful pictures. That's a quote. The results from the scan showed up in my chart the same day, and they weren't what I would have hoped for. While my liver is normal in size, there are multiple cysts, one of which is large enough to cause me some concern. How do I know this? Because I'm an excellent Googler, and my doctor said so, but mostly the first part. My primary care doctor diagnosed me with polycystic liver disease, which is hereditary, but she ordered blood work to get some more data, just in case we're dealing with something more insidious. Y'all know what I mean by that, right? I had blood drawn the next day, enough for a metabolic panel and 3 other screenings for tumor markers. Thankfully, the results of all 4 tests are within normal ranges. But here's where the story comes to a full stop. Remember those referrals to specialists that I requested way back when? Only one of them, so far, has resulted in an actual appointment with a liver specialist. And that's a virtual appointment, months from now. Yes, you heard that right. And I made that appointment in November of 2023. I still have another referral that's under review since January at a different medical institution. Evidently, there are many people who live in the Portland metro area who need to be seen by liver specialists, and there appears to be a shortage of healthcare professionals with this specialty. This is concerning. And so I wait. Remember how I said the story comes to a full stop? I may have lied just a little bit. I haven't been able to see anyone who can give me any more information on the state of my liver, so that's the stop. But there has been activity of a different kind. During this little break after the MRI and before I see the specialist, I find that I'm spending a ridiculous amount of time refreshing my chart, calling specialists to follow up, waiting for return calls, pre-approval of procedures, and results from tests. And then there's my brain. It has not taken a break at all. I cannot stop thinking about this. The conversations go something like this. You wouldn't even know about your silly little liver had you not had that CT scan in the first place. And it's not just me. 80% of people with PLD only receive the diagnosis after having a scan for something completely different. The doctor said the treatment for PLD is to keep the liver from getting too large. Right now, it's a normal size. It's a good thing I'm not much of a drinker. Yeah, but there's that one large cyst. How fast do cysts grow? I won't be seeing a specialist for several more months. I wonder if there's a specialist at the University of Iowa who could see me while I'm visiting Iowa City. This last thought actually proved to be quite helpful. So on a whim, I called the University of Iowa's Gastroenterology Health Center, and they said they have openings. I immediately dropped a note to request yet another referral for my doctor. Liver specialist won't see you without one. And now I wait for a week until I can call the university to see if they receive the referral and the scans. Wouldn't it be something if I could be seen in Iowa City, Iowa, before I could be seen in Portland, Oregon? So what am I learning from this surprise detour? Well, for one, I'm learning that taking care of my physical body could be my new big project for the year, or at least a big part of it. That no matter what the specialists say, I definitely need to prioritize my health. I'm also reminded that it's important to spend my time and energy doing things that energize me, because who knows how much time we have. I'm learning about the importance of problem solving, asking questions, and project managing my own healthcare, because ultimately, it's my responsibility to take care of myself. Finally, I'm learning that no matter what I'm feeling, whether it's fear or hope, there tends to be an up and down quality to my thoughts. I need to make time to eat pie with a good friend, to shop at Bridgeport with my daughter, to read the next book club book, to shop for groceries with my son, to play cards with my husband, and to sit around just doing nothing. You thought I was going to forget to tell you about the black eyes, right? How could I? The black eyes are the result of an elective surgery that I chose to remove some excess skin that's blocking my peripheral vision. In other words, I brought this on myself. If you want to see a photo of me 4 days post-op, head over to maryrarick.com. That's it for this week. Have people ever told you that they see something in you that you haven't recognized in yourself? Join me next week when we return to regularly scheduled programming and I talk about how I uncovered my success patterns. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to hear how this whole liver saga pans out, drop a comment or send me an email and let me know. You can email me at mary@maryrarick.com with my Act 4 in the subject line.